of Strategic Management of Nigeria, Chartered. Keynote speaker, Professor Armstrong Idachaba, Professor Head of Department, Journalism and Media Studies, University of Port Harcourt. Dr. Ijoma Tobosia, Secretary, NUJ, River State. Dr. Sarah Joe, University Orator and Associate Dean, Faculty of Communication and Media, River State University, Port Harcourt. Dr. Ibiere Koki, Ignatius Aju University of Education, Rumolomini, Port Harcourt. Chief Host, Dr. Chinyere Igwe, Esquire, Chairman, Morrison Group. Date, Tuesday, 10th March 2026. Venue, Gate Place Hotel, Kilometer 5, East West Road, adjacent Obirikwere Flyover, Rumosi, Port Harcourt. Time, 10 a.m. For more information, please call Kainde Paul Obofade, 081-063-41777 or Samuel Ajinwo at 090-454-00744. Signed, Management.
Representing people. Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
Beyond the headlines, beyond the scripts. This is Anchor's Chat, a newsroom conversation where journalists exchange views, debate issues, and unpack the stories behind the news, just as they say it. The topic today, insecurity. Law apologizes for saying Nigeria is safer now. We're open for sponsorship of this program, advert placement, news events coverage, and commercials. Watch us live on our website, www.atlanticnetwork.tv. On Facebook and YouTube, Atlantic Television Network, Avo TV platform, Niger TV, Ifastech TV platform. You can connect with us on ATN Social by subscribing, liking, and sharing. Facebook and YouTube, Atlantic Television Network. Instagram and TikTok, Atlantic TV Network 1. And Twitter, Atlantic TV Net. We got a short break, and when we return, I will introduce my guests for today. Stay with us. Welcome back to the show, and thanks for staying with us. Joining me on the show today are house journalists. I have by my left Miss Asabel Antonia, the anchor of ATN Blowout. You're welcome, Miss Asabel.
Good morning, Ofina.
Welcome. How are you doing, by the way?
We thank God, much better. Yeah.
And on my right, I have with me Mr. Kingsley, the anchor of the Gen Z. You're welcome, Mr. Kingsley.
Good morning, Ofina. Good morning, Asabel. I'm so happy today.
All right, on to the story now. Nigerian comedian Sheilo has apologized to Nigeria. Response shared online. The comedian admitted his statement was poorly expressed and failed to reflect the pain experienced by victims of kidnapping and violence. Sheilo clarified that he never intended to downplay the suffering of affected families, acknowledging that those who have lost loved ones deserve empathy and understanding. While reactions to his apology remain divided, he reiterated his commitment to speaking responsibly on national issues and engaging constructively in conversations on improving Nigeria's security situation. Ms. Antonia, what do you have to say about this report?
Well, what I have to say to this is that public figures should be careful of their utterances because sometimes their opinion can also, like I said, they are public. So people look up to you. People opinion so form their judgment on whatever topic of the station. In Sheila's case, I'm sure he made those utterances because he is in support of the administration in power, current administration in power, right? So in his bid to try and improve his loyalty, he overspoke. in essence, I would not fault anybody for wanting to support anything. But like I said, as a public figure, you have to make sure that whatever your chances are, especially in a public domain, especially on that large number of following and then listeners and then viewership, be careful of the kind of things you say, because it goes a long way to shape public opinion of situation. It's considering that every day we're hearing people are being killed. We're seeing the harm that insecurity is causing in Nigeria. Whether this has been going on for 10 years, 5 years, 5 months, or 1 day, what we do know is this, what Nigerians do know is this, that every day lives and properties are lost. Every day families are mourning. Every people are living in apprehension. They do not know when, if today will be their last day on earth. So for you to come outside and make such insensitive remarks concerning a sad situation that every Nigerian is hoping for better, just because you want to prove your loyalty or support for an administration, is totally, totally wrong. Again, I would say that public figures should be very, very careful of their utterances. Typical example, but in the sad situation of Peter Obi and then co, recently they were attacked by gunmen in the state, and now it's being turned into a political affair. A couple of months ago, the governor of that same state had come out and said that if Peter Obi should ever set foot in his state, he cannot guarantee his safety. So exactly, these are part of the reasons why, as public figures, in as much as we feel we have, so sometimes our words may not really carry the ground to carry onto us, because in a certain society, after the attack on PTP, some investigations or probe will be into the governor, right? But unfortunately, we live in Nigeria, okay? So due to this, people what they want to see, and then later apologize if there is a backlash. Imagine there was no backlash. Imagine that some people had actually supported him, right? Majority of Nigerians had actually supported him, or nobody had come out and said, oh, the statement she made is quite insensitive, you shouldn't have said that. Would he have come out to apologize? No, because obviously that is what he has been thinking. That is his sentiment. Sometimes what we think here, if we're not careful, or if we do not have enough self-control or training, we will not even know where we start uttering it out for the hearing of everyone. So again, as public figures, I would say that we should be careful of our utterances, because whatever we say and do goes a long way in shaping people's opinion.
Ms. Antonia, for your perspective. Mr. Kingsley, what's your take on the report before I get to say?
For me, even if you're going to defend Tinubu, I think you should not do that, shaming Nigerians, because it's an insult to everyone who has had their people or their family and their friends or their loved ones kidnapped. It's an insult to people who have lost their loved ones. And I mean, in a state where we depend on individuals to bring out people who are kidnapped. I mean, we saw the case of Harrison in Edo State, and how he was being, called in, to rescue kidnapped victims. I mean, in the situation in that kind of country, and you come out to make such a statement, and you come out to say, is this the first time they are kidnapping people in Nigeria? They have been kidnapping people in Nigeria for a very long time. I think that is really insensitive on his part. And I mean, it shows, for me, it's a representation. Personally, I feel it's a representation of how this government do not take Nigerians seriously, because I mean, he's he's a supporter of this government, and he was made a campaign DG, for Tinubu, and you look at him, he doesn't really base in Nigeria. He doesn't know. It's just like he doesn't feel what the average common citizen in Nigeria, goes through, and it shows that these people about you. I mean, like Isabel said, if he didn't face the backlash, I honestly do not feel he will come out to make that apology.
But then, even now that he has come out to apology, what do you think? Does this apology he has made justify, or does it wipe out the negative effect his statement has caused on Nigerians? do you commend this apology?
I think Nigerians did not need this validation, to begin with, because we have eyes and we see what is happening in the country on a daily basis. So, I mean, him apologizing is for his own personal benefit, because, I mean, a lot of Nigerians, have written him off, with that statement, because it's really painful from the part of Nigerians, seeing someone a lot of people look up to. I mean, there are a lot of comedians who look up to Sheyi Law, as role models. And when you have a role model who come out to see plain white and call it black, I mean, it's really, really shameful. And I mean, he's doing that for his personal gain. Like Antonia said rightfully, he's only apologizing because he has received, backlash. If not, that comment shouldn't have been made in the first place. Okay.
All right, thank you so much. I like to bring to us a statement that is quite popular with the African people. They said, a madman, when you see a madman displaying, it is funny until it is your own family member who is mad. Like you said, Sheila has his family abroad. He's rarely in Nigeria. And because Nigeria has not happened to him, as it is happening to a whole lot of Nigerians right now, as people usually say, it is because of that reason that he can come out boldly to say, oh, there's nothing that is happening in Nigeria that is new. Fine. We have been having cases of kidnapping